Hello my lovelies and welcome to my channel WYRD is the New Black. My name is Kat. I'm just about to show you your options, but I want you to understand that these were no small energies for me to channel, and I was physically battered about during the course of trying to record this. I've had acute torticollis, which is like I woke up and I just could not move my fucking neck for days. So these are big energies that have to be kind of worked through or assisted or, you know, seen as the blessing. I figured that it meant that I had to just keep focusing forward and keep focusing forward because I couldn't actually look left or right. So anyway, I blame the frequencies that came through in these readings for sure. So please consider carefully what you resonate towards in this selection. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, the first one is the stag necklace. The stag necklace. Second one, the pine cone. The pine cone. Third one, the feather. The feather. So, as ever, take your time and I will see you on the other side. Hello to those that chose the stag up here. This feels like a divine masculine, divine feminine energy going on here. The stag for me is representative of the divine masculine, the doe of the divine feminine, and spirit is showing me a doe. Doe, a deer, a female deer. And I feel like this is going to be like an allegorical explanation of what's occurring in your soul connection right now. If you've resonated towards this or you picked this reading, or even if you're trying to manifest a soul connection, I feel that this is relevant to you. Some of you may already be in a relationship with your soulmate. Others, you're kind of on the journey, is what I'm getting. This is the second time I've tried to record this reading. So let me start off how I started off before, and then I will tell you what interrupted the energy. So first off, I'm seeing the divine feminine. I'm seeing the doe, and I'm being told to bear in mind that you could be in either the divine masculine or feminine frequency. It doesn't matter about your gender with this, but you will know which one based on the energies that I explain. So the divine feminine is in doe form, walking through the woodland, and it's like a pathway that I'm seeing. It's fairly clear, fairly open. I feel like it's pretty cruisy in her world, that she's just sort of trotting along, that there is like glades and bits and pieces. She's covering a lot of ground. It feels that she's active, she's focused on something, then she's focused on something else, and then she's focused on something else. So there may be like lots of multitasking energy going on up in here. The trees for me in the woodland represent like community. They represent family. They represent you know, home and or children, and there's an energy here that's occupying the divine feminine. It doesn't feel too stressed. It feels in a really good zone. It feels really kind of connected is what I'm feeling to say. Now, this is about as far as I got when I was trying to record this before an interruptive energy made me feel very that I had to retract, that I had to stop the video. You're being watched, divine feminine. I don't know if you'll know that. There, you are being watched. There's a spying energy here, and it's not your divine masculine, and it's not a good vibe. Oh, it's giving me, what the hell? Okay, so spirit is showing it to me as like an owl in the top branches. You're being observed in some way, in some capacity. I don't like this frequency. I don't like it. It's invasive, the energy. It wants to get into your space. It may want to capture. It may want to ambush. There's something about this energy that feels creepy. I'm sorry to say that, but creepy. Now, some of you may know that there's an energy here that is creepy, and I want to say predatory as well. It wants to damage. And I don't think it's the divine masculine. And I don't think it's any karmic that may be associated with the divine masculine. I don't think so. This is something other. And it could be very psychic energy is what I'm getting here because of the owl. And she is usually an accompaniment to the high priestess. But this person is a shadow person. This person is not working for high priestess energy in the way that as a divine feminine, you will understand what that means. Yes, it's creepy. It's a creepy energy. Spirit. So my spirit guide Crow is up in this, and I can see him in crow form. Crow, can you do something about this energy? I love my guides. I thought that he might like fly up there and get rid of it, but actually he's just called all his mates to get rid of it. He's like, I've got this. And there's loads of crows that have just seen off this owl. Yeah, I'm watching it fly away. I feel like it's going to try and come back. I feel like it's going to try and come back. You've got to be energetically on your guard here, because I feel like that you are you may be very busy, or you may be very like focused in particular ways, but because you're focused on like earth energy is what I'm feeling to say. You're focused on the ground, you're focused on like your money maybe, or your health, or your well-being, or your environment, or any of those things. I feel like this is an energy that is trying to observe you from a different level, from a different plane, or it's somebody physically observing you at a distance, which is creepy. I think some of you will know who this is, and I don't want to freak anybody out, but be mindful of the energy that is coming into your space at this point. I did not expect to kick off with that, but that's what is happening. Whew, tell me a bit more about the owl. Page of Bows. I think that's a stoat. Yeah, stoat. Look at it. It's like high up in the tree. Yeah, there's something weaselly about this. We've got the Three of Arrows, jealousy, at the bottom of the deck. Somebody is either jealous that you are not theirs, or they are jealous of you. That's what's coming through with that. That owl's pretty powerful. It's pretty potent energy is what I'm feeling. The journey. There's my crow. This is the death card, I think, in this deck. But there he is. The death energy is working on your behalf here. So I feel like maybe you need to do some energy work to kind of dead the energy. Not dead the person. No, not real high priestesses don't do that. But it may be that there is dark magic here to try and end something for you, or end your soul connection, your relationship, if that's what the jealousy is about. Something here is very jealous of something that you are doing, or that you are recognized energetically for, or that you are, or it's your relationship, because this is a soulmate reading, so it could be something like that. So, and this energy is hurt and bitter is the sensation that's coming through, but I do not want to spend too much time on this energy, because that's not the fucking point of the reading, and it's already interrupted, so it can F off now. Veet. Bye-bye. Right. So the doe's walking to the edge of the woodland, and it feels in a good cruisy space, like I was saying. And I feel like it's got to the edge of the woodland and it's jumped into the clearing, like, pa-doom, I'm in the clearing. And it feels really nice. It feels really nice, this energy. And then I'm kind of looking around. So maybe it's just a change of pace, change of scene, momentary respite is all the things that are coming through in association with that. And then I'm looking up the edge of the woodland and I clock the divine masculine. I can see the stag. In my vision, it's about like 200 yards away or so. I can see it like clocked. And the stag sees me. And there's this immediate recognition or familiarity or something. There's this like boom about the energy where it's understood, 'tis understood. And if you're in a connection already with this person, 'tis understood. Do you know what I mean? Right. Oh, the stag is caught. I can see the antlers caught in the tree now. The antlers are caught up in the tree. It's wrapped into like the low, like branches that are hanging lower on the tree have managed to wrap like halfway down the antlers is what I'm seeing. And so the stag, initially that's not obvious, as I'm seeing it from the perspective of the doe, it's not obvious, but then taking the scene in, the reason I can see it is because I can see the stag try and move out from under the branches towards the divine feminine, and is kind of snapped back into place because there's an entanglement, as Jada Pinkett Smith might put it, or green. My guide Crow is like, he's saying green, it could be money, so there could be some kind of physical entanglement here, or something to do with the energy of the tree. So that could be family responsibility, it could be health as well, is a factor in that. It's earth energy, so you're both very in the earth energy at the moment, is what I'm getting. So from the perspective of the doe, I'm like watching, I see the masculine energy like want to come forward and then move back suddenly. I want to go and assist in the feminine energy, and so I'm moving forward, and then I also move back suddenly because there is another doe, here comes the karmic, coming out of the woodland, and it blocks my view from the perspective of the doe, it blocks my view of the divine masculine. So there's a karmic frequency that is putting itself in the middle of you and your divine counterpart here. Interesting. How does the divine feminine feel about this? Home, 5 of stones. I feel like when she see the tree, I feel like she feels home when she sees the divine masculine. I feel like that sense of security is coming through, that sense of stability. It feels like very strong divine masculine. This stag in my mind is an impressive energy, and there's a maturation about this energy as well. This ain't no buck. This is a stag. Like it's fully fledged is the feeling here. And so there's a stability around this. And this is the 10 of coins in other decks, right? So like the divine feminine sees the counterpart, recognizes the counterpart, that's family, that's my person, is what I'm getting from that. That's my person. And there's a sense of stability immediately present. And she might be also aware that this is a family situation that is entangling. This one fell on the floor. 6 of vessels. Yeah, the recognition of the soulmate connection. That's home, that's my soulmate. That's the energy that's coming through. 3 of bows at the bottom of the deck coming up, and this is an opportunity to say hi. Oh, hi! Hi! But I think that's as kind of almost like allegorically as far as it's gotten for some of you here, because there is this block, this karmic is blocking. Right, so now I'm being asked to go to the divine masculine frequency and view things from his perspective. Oh, it's frustrating. Oh man, this is frustrating. Oh, I just want to get my antlers out the fucking tree. That's the feeling. I'm so tangled. Oh, I'm so tangled up in this energy. It's antsy. Oh, it's antsy. There's like lactic acid build-up in the muscles. It's almost like, oh, it's antsy. There's this feeling of like genuine frustration with this annoying, hindering, blocking entangling bondage situation here that is going on, and it's not good energy. Yeah, Crow's showing me the Eight of Swords now, so I feel like the Eight of Swords, because it's around the antlers, so this could be a mindset. Divine Masculine, this is a mindset that is going on here primarily, but I feel like it's been really assisted maybe by your upbringing is also it's something that's coming through here, and that is sort of fed into a sense of responsibility or having to be responsible for somebody, something, finances. Again, it's almost not directly tied to the karmic. It's almost sort of separate from the karmic, but the karmic is taking full advantage of this situation because you are currently kind of stuck or being hemmed in is the feeling. This tree it's kind of gripping you. It's gripping you. It doesn't feel like good energy. It could be dark energy here. That it's like holding onto. It looks like good energy, but it's actually not, is the feeling. I don't know why I'm seeing fingertips. I'm seeing fingertips. I don't know what that has got to do with anything, but maybe that's relevant for somebody here. It's okay. So Spirit is like, it's like holding on with the fingertips. So there's something, you mainly have extracted yourself from this frequency is my feeling, but the antlers are like, that's your kind of connection device to spirit. These are your spirit beacons. That's your connection to spirit here, and I feel like that's being impaired, or it's being like confused is the energy, because you're trapped in your mind. Free your mind and the rest will follow. Yeah, I know you want to fight this energy. I can feel it. I can feel you wanting to like literally rip your head away and like pull half the tree with you is the sensation that's going on, just to fucking get yourself out of this situation, just to get after your divine feminine. I can feel that energy. I've seen the divine feminine. That's where I want to go. And then you remember that this is, you're all caught up and you're all trapped, and yeah, some kind of obligated energy is potentially what's coming through here for me. Oh, it feels really het up in the space. I'm going to take a breath. Okay, Divine Masculine. You're not going to get anywhere if you fight this energy, if you allow it to provoke you, if you get frustrated, if you continue to buy into the fact that you are trapped. You are not. You are not. I want to say, like, there's a lot of movement in the head. Like, it's almost like I want to, your natural inclination is to kind of pull away or like fight with this energy or jerk forward, or just trying to use like the full force of your power, the full yang force to extrapolate yourself. And what I'm being told is that Spirit is saying you can't use the yang, you have to use the yin to get out of this energy. You have to use the yin force. So it's almost like you're being asked to stop, breathe, relax, unwind the energy, unwind, and it will unwind. So the more you unwind, the more you release on the energy of frustration or entrapment, the more that you will unwrap the antlers, and then you'll be able to see with your second sight, because your antenna will reconnect to spirit. The tree will release you if you show no resistance. And I'm getting this kind of head movement, but it's like, it's like a rolling movement where I'm like unwrapping my muscles, and I'm almost feeling like limbering up. That's what's coming through, limbering up. Yeah, use this energy to limber up with, because you're going to need it, because I know that you're going to get yourself free from this situation. When you're free from this situation, you're going to want to jump forward into that woodland straight after that divine feminine. And we'll get to that. Now, let's talk a little bit about the doe, because not only is the divine feminine blocked, like views blocked, but she's blocking your view of the divine feminine as well. And I say she because the doe is a female energy, but it doesn't have to be a female energy here. It's something, or it's a situation, or it's a person that really wants you to look at them. It really wants you to look at them. So if you're feminine and in the masculine energy, this could be another masculine frequency, or, I mean, it just depends on your gender and your orientation, right? Like, take what resonates. Shut up, cat. Okay, so the doe, the karmic doe. What I'm seeing is a doe walk in front of this stag, block the view of the divine feminine, and be like hyper laser focused on the divine masculine. And it so wants to be noticed. I'm getting hair flicking. I'm getting the, oh, do you think I look nice? Oh, thank you. Oh, this is nothing. I just wake up that way. Kind of feeling going on with this divine, not divine, with this karmic. It's very kind of, what's the word? It's trying hard not to look like it's trying so hard, but it's obviously trying really hard to distract you from your calling, from your pathway, from your journey. Now, there's two responses that I feel that you're having, not just frustration. I feel that there's also like collapses of energy or despondency, where you just feel completely wiped out. You feel hopeless is the sensation that's coming through, where you're telling yourself you can't get yourself out of this bind. That is exactly what the karmic wants. That is exactly what this bad energy wants. That is exactly what's going to prevent you from reaching your divine feminine. You must extrapolate yourself from this. It is holding down your sense of freedom. Free, roam, free. Yeah. Freedom is real key up here. Freedom is real key. Independence, that's what I'm hearing. Self-sufficiency. Self-sufficiency is coming through strong here. And I'm being shown the Ace of Swords. So the way that you get out, if you can either unwrap. There's multiple ways to release yourself from this energy. You can either unwrap, or you can grab the Ace of Swords by the hilt, is what I'm being shown. Grab the Ace of Swords by the hilt and cut the bullshit down. Cut it away is what I'm getting. Like, cut through the shit. It feels very strong. It feels like this is either it will require like strong, full force, no holds barred honesty. Whereby you just say it how it is, and you're like, I'm done with this. You will release. I'm releasing this energy. So this is a swift, clear-cut, powerful decision that will empower you. And then Excalibur is yours, Arthur, because there's that sense of like, grab it. Grab that energy and be really single-minded about it. Use the karmic's laser focus on you to use your laser focus on getting away from the karmic and getting away from whatever this tree represents. And you may have to cut away from that, cut away from the energy. Or you can unwrap, unwind, and just be in a really super relaxed space. That might be a little bit more challenging right now, because this is designed to provoke you. So yeah, this karmic doe is like with big, like, I feel like it's got like cartoon eyes that like batting its eyelids. It's really comical the way the spirit is showing it to me. Could be somebody that you've just met, or you're just about to meet, or that you already know, or maybe you know all about this frequency. I'm not altogether sure. I think it's different for all of you, but it is intentionally blocking you from your divine feminine, blocking you from the instinctual space. So instinct is actually really important in here. But you are not to act on the instinct of frustration, anger, or losing control of the fire. That's what I'm feeling to say, losing control of the fire force. You will damage yourself in the process, and you could end up really tangled, and you could miss out on the divine feminine. You will miss out on the divine feminine, or you'll have to wait a long time before you get another opportunity with the divine feminine, is what I'm feeling. Or the divine feminine may find an alternative divine masculine, is also what I'm feeling. Sorry, that's really harsh, but that's what's coming across. Oh, divine masculine, my neck really hurts now. I'm not even joking. There may be some issues with the muscles here, or the strain in the muscles. It is tension, it is stress. You need the opposite energy. You need the yin energy. Go and get a massage. Go relax. Go and sit in like a hot tub. I mean, whatever needs to be done here. I feel that you need to do it to release on this frequency. Oh my God. Spirit is showing me the Ace of Wands here, so that may apply in other ways as well, in terms of your releasing of the fire force, if you know what I mean. So I know you know what I mean. The Ace of Wands does show me, though, that you're fired up for a new beginning. You're fired up for a new start. You want a brand new beginning. You're illuminated in some way. The torch, there's some kind of torchbearer energy about this that has shed light on a situation. I think it is to do with the activation of seeing the divine feminine. The divine feminine seeing you is also an activating factor in this for me. I feel like when you extrapolate yourself, you're going to jump straight into that forest, and you're going to catch the scent of the divine feminine. And when your antlers are freed, that's going to like massively like kick off the 5D connection. Divine feminines, you're going to feel the shift. You're going to feel it. Your divine masculine is going to be all up in your etheric business, and you're going to be like, alert, also ears pricked. I think you're gonna know that it's en route, and some of you may be nearer this energy or your masculine's just extracted, and you're feeling this now. It's going to be different for all of you in terms of where you are on this journey, on this pathway. So I'm hopping back to the divine feminine now. Back in the woodland and busying and exploring, and the way that I feel this is super sweet energy. I really feel like the divine masculine perceives this feminine as some kind of, I don't know, it's some kind of like fairy tale princess type feeling that's coming through with this. This divine feminine, though, I feel like this doe's got a really good back kick, if you know what I mean. If you get too close, she'll just send you flying. That's not the divine masculine. That's like, she may, like the divine feminines, you may look very feminine, or there may be something super feminine about your energy that gives people the wrong idea about just how, just what a fighting force you can be, is because I know you can defend yourself. There's this feeling of like, I know you can defend yourself. This doe is able to gambol all the way around this forest and generally not have any issues at all. Is the feeling. Also, the timing here is real uncanny, is what I'm feeling to say. It's like something bad goes down just after the feminines moved into a different zone. It's what I'm getting. She knows nothing about it. La la. It's the feeling that's coming through here. The divine masculine is going to come launching into this forest to attempt to find you. He's going to be on a mission. Yes. One vision is what I'm hearing. Freddie Mercury channel. Love it. Yeah, I'm hearing another one. And I'm rushing headlong out of control. Okay, Divine Masculine, I'm hopping back to you momentarily. Headlong out of control is how you're going to be feeling when you're freshly released from this energy. It's going to take a moment. It's going to take a pause when you are released for you to recognize that you are indeed released. There might be a moment where you need a bit of a turnaround, but it's not going to be long. It's not going to be long because you'll be like, oh, I'm released. You're kind of used to being stuck with the antlers, and so like the sudden ability to move around might be quite surprising. You might be like, oh wow, okay, oh wow, I am actually free. And then this exuberant energy that is full of dynamism is going to power you forward towards your feminine. It's going to power you forward. And you're going to want to get involved in the throng, in the community, in the spaces or places that she occupies, or that you want to share, is the feeling that's coming through. And you're going to have to, like, I feel like you're going to be in communication with your divine feminine on the 5D in a really intense way. And you're not going to be holding yourself back from this frequency, because that's maybe part of the kind of bridling energy of the Eight of Swords that I was feeling. And I am actually feeling you like launching into the woodland and kind of like jumping into the space of the divine feminine, like, hello, kind of feeling. How you doing? Is the kind of feeling that's coming through. It's really funny. It's really cool. And the divine feminine, who has been expecting you, by the way, is going to be like, oh, okay then. And then you might have a moment where you're like, shit, now what? That's the feeling that I'm getting. Now what do I do? So when you hit this moment, what's the advice from Spirit? Yeah. Oh, it's so cute. Ace of Cups. Pour your heart out is what I'm hearing. Pour your heart out. We've got the lovers, the forest lovers underneath. Pour your heart out. I feel like this is there's a massive release. Boy, there's so much water energy here. I've got the Queen of Vessels there as well. I mean, there's so much water energy in this. I feel like you are going to feel like able to express yourself in a heartfelt way and released from any level of feeling held back or having to hold back from that energy. It's very romantic. It's very soft, and I feel that you may feel emotionally vulnerable at that point. It may even trigger like tears. It may trigger tears, but it's okay. This feminine energy her superpower is like holding space for this. But I don't feel like it's going to be, I think that's going to make things really easy, between the two of you, but I don't feel like this feminine energy, one of her superpowers is like elusivity. Elusive. I'm hearing Scott Matthews. She's elusive and I'm awake. So at the moment, I feel like she is elusive, the divine feminine energy for the divine masculine. But at the same time, it's almost like she can cloak you from the badness outside, is what I'm feeling. It's a really warm hug kind of feeling. It's a really comforting, nurturing, safe space is what I'm getting here. It's a safe space, energetic, that's coming through. It's home. She's home, remember? Right. Yeah, and it feels lovely, and it feels that you will be able to kind of just go, ugh, and release all this tension, release all this previous nonsense and entanglements and bullshit, and also feel much more like in control of your domain and in control of your space here. It's lovely. There's a very strong tenderness, strong. We've got the Eight of Vessels. Yeah, you're going to depart from what is emotionally unfulfilling to go towards your cup, your chalice, the holy motherfucking grail. is because that is the nature of this energy. Some of you already know that that is the energy. And maybe if you're in a soulmate connection, there's different worlds going on with your life at the moment, and you're aware that you're busy over here and they're busy over there, and that you're doing your thing. There's a strong energy coming through with that there's two very independent, very individual people who are accompanying each other on the spiritual pathway, who are aware of the blocks, because this divine masculine, he knows that this karmic blocking force, he's just going to run right fucking past it, or even over it if he needs to, because he's just not interested. The force there is like annoying. It's annoying. It's like a fly, like buzzing your head. It's very irritating, this karmic energy. And this divine masculine is not falling for this. It feels fake. Yeah, I'm hearing Scott Matthews again. Finally real and nothing fake. That's the wrong tune, but he says that's finally real, nothing fake. A mystery now for me and you. Open my eyes and I'm next to you. Yeah, so divine feminines, your divine masculine is not about to be distracted by this karmic force. So if you know that there's a karmic here, this divine masculine is done with this karmic energy, is absolutely done. And if it's a new karmic energy, this divine masculine is even less interested. It's like, I know you're kind, thanks, get out of my way, I'm busy. You're blocking my motherfucking view is the feeling that's coming through there. There's nothing to worry about, and you already know this. It is known if there is a soulmate energy. Yeah, but this owl, that's I feel like it's going to try and return. I have to say it's persistent, this energy, and it's going to sneak in and attempt to monitor and spy and do all the rest of it. Well, it doesn't want the union, and because the power of your energies together is it's fierce, is fiercely strong. It's fiercely strong. So just watch out for that, both of you, if you're spiritually inclined. Divine masculine, you may have to put up some protective energy towards your divine feminine in order to ward her from this frequency, because and divine masculine, don't worry. I mean, yes, there is this sense of competition with you. There's this sense of, if I don't get out of this now, my divine feminine is going to be snapped up by another stag. Please don't push that energy. Please don't panic. You need faith. You gotta have faith, the faith. There's a lot of music now. And then I'm hearing, you're gonna make the final breakthrough now. More Freddie Mercury. So yeah, there's that pause in that song, final breakthrough, and then there's that pause, and you're gonna know, and then you're gonna hit the pedal to the metal is what I'm hearing. So is there anything else, Spirit, that you want to leave us with? The Five of Bows. Lay down your arms. That's what I'm hearing. Lay down your weaponry. Aim only for what you want. Aim only for what you want, and try not to disperse your energy towards things that you do not want, because it's going to feel, Four of Arrows at the bottom of the deck, depleting is the sensation. Really depleting, exhausting, physically could affect you here. It physically could, and again, I'm seeing the skeletal system and the muscular system. So just be mindful of that energy. Just be mindful that you do the opposite to what they expect you to do. Sidestep your opponents by not being predictable. That's what I'm hearing. You're destined to win is also what I'm hearing. Ace of Bows. Perfect. The Ace of Bows. That's the aces, the Ace of Swords. I'm getting the Ace of Wands with that as well. But that's the decisive, clear cut. I'm aiming for this, and I'm damn well going to hit my target. Divine Feminine, is there anything else I need to cover with you? I feel like your space is pretty damn cruisy, actually, and you may get some bucks trying it on, but I'm feeling this like feeling, oh no, move along, darling, kind of feeling going on here, because you are also set on energetically assisting or energetically supporting this divine masculine frequency. This is a lovely energy, and I really hope that resonated. And if it does, please let me know. Whack the like button, leave me a comment. Really helps the algorithm. Thanks so much, guys. Bye. Hello to those of you that chose the pine cone. This is a really interesting energy. Okay, so the first thing that I'm seeing in my mind is like an arena. I'm stepping into an arena, and it feels like very like ancient Greece or something. There's a strong formal energy about this, and now I'm hearing gladiators, are you ready? Wow. Wow. So in this God, it's visceral. Honestly, this vision is visceral. I can like smell the sand in the arena is the feeling. I can feel it on my feet. There's something really like powerfully real about this for me, that is kind of stepping into a whole different like realm of senses. For some of you, this energy has something to do with like a past life frequency, is what I'm feeling inclined to say about that. Okay, I'm stepping into the arena. What now? Oh, okay, so I'm being dressed in like a warrior garb. So whatever you perceive your like a suit of armor to look like, that's how I want you to imagine yourself in this space. Now I feel flanked. There's other energies here. It feels like my spirit team is what I'm feeling to say. I'm just seeing that's coming across as just like figures of light. Figures of light, white light is what I'm getting, and there's quite a lot of us is what I'm feeling, and I'm thinking, oh my, there's this trepidation. I'm like, what the hell is happening here? What's going to happen here? Is the frequency that's going on in this arena, like what's happening? Okay, so now the other side of the arena, there's this huge stone archway. I mean, it's massive is what I'm getting. And I feel like my opponent is just about to walk out of this archway. It's kind of terrifying. I'm not going to lie. There is this sense of fear. There is this sense of fear that I'm feeling. I can see like the shadow of my opponent. It like is literally filling the entire archway here. I can't see the opponent yet, but I can see the shadow, and I'm like, oh, hell. This, I feel ill-equipped is my feeling, even though I'm like, I've been formally dressed in my armor and I'm being asked to like stand is the sensation. Stand and wait. There's a very respectful energy around this space. There's a very solemn energy. I almost feel like there's a crowd in the arena ready to watch the combat is the feeling that's coming through. I hope this is resonating with you, because there's, so in the body, the fear is like, I'm trying to hold it together. Breathe. Because the force is big. The force is big. My opponent is massive, is what I'm feeling to say here. That's how I feel at this point in the spirit journey. I know the spirit wouldn't put me in this position if I was going to be exposed to something that genuinely could harm me in any way. So I'm holding hard to the faith. I'm holding to the faith is the feeling that I'm getting coming across in this space. I feel like there's almost like an expectation in the crowd, you know, the hush. Everything's pretty tense. I'm not going to lie, it's pretty tense. Tell me more about this energy, please, Spirit, as things stand. I'm shuffling in the Thoth deck here. As things stand. Queen of Discs. I'm hearing hold your ground, hold firm. Hold your ground. Recognize the sovereignty of the energy. Recognize the sovereignty of your energy. Recognize it. Recognize the body. Recognize that you're holding your position, holding your space, holding your own. There's a lot of dignity around this energy. Holding your dignity is very important to this space. Honor and dignity. This is very, I don't know how to explain this, really. It feels really hot, this frequency. It feels like I'm in a climate that's hot is what's coming through also, for those of you who this may like be a past life energy type feeling coming through. It is allegorical, Spirit is saying, but there may be elements here that you connect with in a more vivid way, in a more visceral way. Okay. I'm going to be looking at the shadow now. Describe the sensation of the shadow. This is powerful, powerful energy coming from this shadow that I can see in the doorway. Oh, it's starting to come out. Okay then. Okay then, so what I'm seeing in my mind is a dragon, and it's huge. It's huge. Fuck. You may be going through a situation where you're like, oh my God, I don't know how the fuck I'm going to handle this. Do not move. Stand. It's stunning. It is this energy, I mean, it's breathtaking is what I'm feeling to say. It's coming forward very casually. It's a heavyweight frequency, this energy. There ain't no motherfucking way I can take this down in combat. No way. This is a spiritual force that it far more powerful than me. Far more powerful than me is the sensation. Yeah, I can almost feel the ground shake. It's giving me that. It's giving me the vibes from Jurassic Park when the Tyrannosaurus Rex just thunders, and it's that kind. There's a slow progression about this, almost like a drum beat. Yes, there's some kind of drum beat energy around this. Boom, boom, boom. That's too fast even. It's moving slower. Boom, boom, boom. So, you know, maybe, so you're being asked maybe to slow down your pace to be in a steadier space. You're really being asked to like pull up earth energy, like really connect to deep earth energy in order to pull this steady, immovable mountain type frequency into your space. Hold, that's what I'm hearing. This dragon, fuck. It feels like an ancient energy, and unbelievably powerful. So there's nothing I can do apart from observe this frequency as it's gradually moving towards me. It is terrifying looking, but it's also so extraordinarily beautiful that I cannot look away. I can't look away. There's something about its eye. Like if I look into this dragon's eye, it's got golden flecks. Oh, it's so mesmeric. It's like looking into space is the only way I can put it. I want to kind of be, you know what, I wouldn't mind if this dragon like devoured me, is the feeling that I'm getting from this energy. It's almost like the eye is creating like some kind of vortex. It's like a black hole kind of feeling. If I stare into this frequency for too long, I will literally give myself to it. I'm literally gonna surrender myself to this energy and be like, okay, if I go out this way, that's fine. That's the feeling that I'm getting coming through. Take me out this way. That's fine. That's the feeling that I'm getting from this frequency. It's so extraordinarily beautiful. But there is something about the eye that I'm kind of not supposed to look at too much, because the vortex is so powerful here that it will just like obliterate me, is the sensation. Do you fear looking at something? That could be a frequency. Or do you know that you shouldn't be looking at something? You're supposed to look at this energy. I'm supposed to be observing it, but I'm supposed to respect how much more powerful this force is to my force in this vision. My force is powerful, though, is what Spirit is saying, because I have accompaniment, whereas this frequency is isolate, it's alone. It's giving me like the yin yang vibes, and this is like the yin force, like the nothing vortex, which you'd happily be sucked into and be oblivion. Be happy oblivion is the feeling of the eye. That's probably why there should be some kind of avoidance of it. It's like an oblivion. It's like almost like everything that is the creative force, the active animated force, the reality, life is will disappear and become nothing, because the power of this creature is so strong. It's a strong magical energy. I'm getting a bit of a side message. If you've got like an emblem of a dragon, picture of a dragon, statue of a dragon, something like that in your house, please note that this is a powerful omen, or it's a powerful magical item, or there's something very powerful that's channeled through this expression. You might want to be really careful where you put this, how you store it, where it's positioned. This is not the sort of energy you want hanging out in your bedroom. That's all I'm going to say on that. And that's just for someone. I don't know who, but that's for somebody. Be aware of if you're into dragons, or you know there's dragon motifs or something like that. Just be aware of the force that you're tapping when you connect with that energy. This is not to be played with. Particularly, this is like strong, solemn energy that's coming through. Now, I want to talk about the ancientness of this space, the ancientness of this energy, because it's so old, I can't even put words to it. It's so ancient. The scales, I can see the scales. It's kind of reminding me of the pine cone, actually. So that's interesting. The scales of this energy are on this dragon that I'm seeing are so colourful. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. it's almost like, you know, like snake skin is so colourful and it's got all these wonderful designs and colours. It's like that. There's like this pearlescence is what I want to say about the way that it shimmers when it moves. It's absolutely stunning, and it's very sinuous and very capable energy. I'm not getting evil vibes of this, but I'm not joking when I say that it's scary. It's fucking scary. Oh, tell me more about the dragon, Spirit. Tell me more about the dragon. This is such an odd channel. The star. It's celestial force frequency is what I'm getting with that. This is celestial energy. And the star's interesting because the star's associated with hope, with healing, with elevation, with a higher perspective. It's like a divine blessing. It's a blessing to even be in the presence of this energetic. It's a blessing to be witnessing this space. So no matter how I feel, this is a one-off energy. I probably will never encounter this energy in a reading ever again kind of feeling. It's that unique. It's unique. It's unique. It's a one-off. It's one of a kind. So I'm getting this weird sensation that it didn't used to be. Oh God, there's a depth of lonely energy here. There's a depth of like knowing that it's the only one left, or that it's, oh gosh, it's, oh. Yeah, the Hermit at the bottom of the deck. It is alone. It is alone. It's... I'm so sorry. I'm finding it really hard to put into words the frequency that is going on with this dragon. You are in a space where you are accompanied by spirit and it is alone. So there is this contrast. You are supposed to contrast it. So your energy must be equally in balance in terms of its power in some way, or in terms of its contrast in some way, for this energy to even show up for you. I feel like you contrast the depth with the breadth of your imagination is something coming through. I feel like you contrast the isolation with the spiritual community that accompanies you. I feel like you contrast the kind of heaviness of the energy with a lightness. Yes, because the spirit is showing up as like light beings. So it's like the proverbial dark and the proverbial light going on here. Oh, this dragon's teeth. Oh, this energy could cause some serious fucking damage. That's why you're being asked to hold. Do not think that you can take on something here. That, yeah, don't do that. It'll eat you for breakfast. You'll be a small entree for this. It could eat 30 odd more people and still not be fully full, is the feeling that I'm getting as well. Yeah. There's a sorrow here though in this frequency. It didn't used to be alone, is the feeling. There were more of its kind. What am I getting from that? Ruin. Ten of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. There's a lot of pain. that this energy has experienced. I think that's because it's been contained. Yeah, I mean, this is not an energy that has just shown up in an arena because it fancies it. This is an energy that is captive. So maybe you contrast because you're free as well here. This is a captive. I feel like this is a very deep reading where you are kind of balancing out the yin and yang within, or you're doing some deep shadow work, or you're confronting fear. Yes, courage. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, there's this sense that you are facing down your oppositional force within, and you are being asked to see it differently or admire it differently, or not be afraid of the shadow within, not be afraid of the ferocity of the potential damage this energy can cause, of the sheer size and depth of the energy that is going on here. I'm not going to lie, you're going to feel scared because it's scary. I'm looking at it in like my third eye, and I'm still slightly scared by this frequency. So you may feel this coming on. You may feel that there's something in the air. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord. Yeah, that's coming through. I do feel that it has something incredibly valuable in even in just the confrontation of the energy that is going to be like unlocked in your awareness or in your space. So I'm being shown that this dragon is alone because, right, so I'm getting a story alongside this. All the dragons have been captured, and because they're so territorial, because they're so wild, because they're so, like, they won't deal with other dragons on their turf, so they've been pitted against each other for entertainment, so that one takes out another. It's a sport, the sport. So something about this energy has been like captured, and it's destroyed all the other dragons because they've been pitted against it, and now it's the only one left. And it's still captive somehow. This is not okay, because this is an energy. I mean, this could be a representative of a strong magical force that has been held captive, or somehow chained, or somehow made to act according to its nature, according to its instinctual energy, against its own kind. It's an odd one, not gonna lie. This is an odd one. Does this energy represent your shadow? I'm not sure that it does. Maybe it does. I feel that for some of you that might resonate. Do you know what it feels like? It actually feels like a genuinely powerful spiritual frequency that has been really misused here. Really misused, and it's asking you to recognize how misused it has been. I'm not suggesting that you've misused it. I bloody well hope not, because I wouldn't want to be in your shoes, frankly. Just saying. It could be that somebody in connection with you has misused a force. That, I mean, Christ, they'd have to be a really powerful practitioner, or yeah, honestly, it's very difficult for me to identify. There's a lot of depth. There's many layers to this energy that I'm finding difficult to kind of see them all. I feel like it's like come out now and it's facing off and it's standing in its full height, and I kind of want to crane right back and be like, holy mother of God, this thing is so impressive. It's so impressive. It's giving Godzilla vibes. I mean, it's so impressive. And there's this kind of inhalation that I'm feeling from the audience, where there's this expectation, this like bloodthirst almost. There's expectation going on here. And Spirit is saying, stand. So now this dragon is bending its head right the fuck down and it's looking at me. God, the eyes are so beautiful. It's insane. It's making me hold its gaze now. Okay, so I feel like I have to resist. I have to hold on to my identity. That's what's happening. I have to hold on to my identity in this space. I have to see myself reflected in the eye almost. That's what I'm getting. Or to be aware of myself in myself, looking into it. I'm very aware of my own space. I have to be aware of my body. It's that earth force that was like wanting to channel up. I have to stand like the mountain. This is a challenge, but it's helping me see within this vision that I am a force to be reckoned with. That's the feeling. I feel like if I made the first move towards any level of combat, or if I tried to take it on in any way, I've lost already. I've lost already. So the dragon, it's looked at me, and then I feel that it's noticing something, and it's noticing that I recognize how phenomenally awesome it is. And it likes that. It's retracting its gaze and it's stepping back. And it's now kind of standing so that I can admire it. Yes, please. Yes, please. It's absolutely phenomenal, this energy. And I feel the crowd, it's almost like the crowd are disappointed, is the feeling. They're like, oh, we were expecting a fight. We were expecting bloodthirst. We were expecting, blood in the arena, blood on the sand. Oh, I can almost smell it. There's been a lot of blood spilled, is the feeling. So this is a combat arena, whatever that means for you. There's been blood spilled here. And this dragon doesn't actually want to spill blood. I am not a dragon. I am not threatening its territory. I admire its wildness. I admire that it belongs to the sky and not in an arena. I do. Now I'm seeing the spirit beings. What's this? The High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. Very interesting. Because I've just seen the spiritual beings, and that's given me like the beings of light energy coming through here. Now I'm feeling those spiritual beings actually moving around, encompassing the dragon. So the dragon is in the middle. So we're no longer standing off against each other. The dragon is being allowed space in the middle, almost blocking out the frequency of this crowd's disappointment. It feels like it's filling with light. They're creating a ring of light. There's a ring of light that my spirit team are creating around this dragon. And there's this relief that's coming off the dragon. it's almost like the people that have held this captive or wanted to hold this force captive, or that this force has been held captive by, are blocked now from accessing it. They're blocked now from whatever control they had of it by the spiritual force, the light, by these light beings. And it knows it's free. It can go. I'm seeing it pull down, and I'm seeing it launch out of the Serena. It is a magnificent energy, and it doesn't belong to anyone. It belongs to itself. Maybe that's a message that you need to hear right now. I don't know. It's wild, it's free, it deserves to enjoy the solitude of its space, to take delight in that freedom of movement that I'm getting, because it's sweeping all over the sky. I feel now that there's an allyship, that I could actually call on this frequency if I wanted, but I would not call on this frequency lightly, is what I'm gonna say. I think that if it voluntarily turned up, that would be just marvellous, but I don't feel like I could demand anything. I don't feel like I could contain it in any way, and maybe you are containing something powerful within you that needs to be let free. In that case, it would be the shadow realm, that which you are afraid of in yourself, that which you are, you may have mixed feelings about it. There may be this kind of energy where you feel like, oh God, that's ugly, or it's not appropriate, or it's too big, or it's too intense, or it's too much, or it's too forceful, or it's Stop that. Stop right there. This force is what it is. It's an instinctual energy. It deserves to exist. It deserves to be celebrated. It deserves to be free. It deserves to be free. Oh, so odd. This frequency is so incredible, but it's so odd. What else do you want to say, Spirit? Abundance. You are friends now. You can be friends with this force. So wherever this dragon is for you, you're being asked to work with it, in a sense. To be in communion, to be in, consider it a friend, consider it an ally. That is what I'm hearing. That is what I'm hearing. Absolutely incredible. It's not an evil force. It may have been depicted that way, is what I'm getting. It may have been celebrated for its power, or its ferocity, or its sheer magnificence, or how impressive it looks, or all that energy is nothing compared to the true frequency of this space and the depth and the intensity of the space. It's got its powerful fire within, right? The fire within is also what I'm getting from that. It's mad magical. It's mad magical. This is a force that may well assist you, because you have been integral in freeing it from its captivity, its cruel treatment, its mistreatment. It's been so mistreated. It's been so misunderstood. It's so wise, this energy. It's so wise. It doesn't want to expend its energy on attacking spaces that are unworthy. It's not a combat force. Yes, nothing could beat it. Pretty much nothing could beat it. But it's not a combat energy. It's not an energy that should be that you should be in conflict with, or that it should be used in conflict, or it should be used against you, or against you, that's something that should be used against you. So maybe somebody has tried to make you seem monstrous, is also frequency that's coming across. Right, I'm going to finish up. The Tower. It's, yeah, what do I feel from that? That force of fire is what I feel from that frequency. What's at the bottom? The Ten of Cups. Some form of perception, or some form of concept, or some form of energetic captive spirit force is shaken you awake, or made you viscerally aware that things needed to collapse or change, or it needed to kind of clear the decks, or it needed your full fucking concentration, or something along those lines. I think it's going to bring a tower on its captives, though. I've got to say that. And it's going to get great satisfaction out of it, is what I'm feeling to say. Just by being free, the tower is brought down here. Because the tower, like, it levels the playing field. You're free. And then you can take off is also the energy that's coming through. Don't be afraid that you might intimidate, or that you might scare off, just by being you, or just by being colourful, or just by being magnificent and beautiful and glorious and containing this like incredible vortex energy, in contrast to your space, your aliveness is what I'm feeling to say. The Hierophant is coming through. This is the initiation into the sacred mystery. This dragon force is going to give you keys of wisdom. It's going to give you deep knowledge. It's going to give you ancient capability. It's in communion with you. I'm getting that. I'm getting marriage. I don't know why that's relevant, but I'm getting marriage. So there's a joining. So the marriage comes together of the yin yang, where there's an appreciation, but you don't really want to go past the edge, because as soon as the yang goes past the edge, it becomes yin. As soon as the yin goes past the edge, it becomes yang. So that was the kind of standoff that I was feeling in the arena. That's really interesting. The appreciation of the opposite, the appreciation of the shadow is what I'm getting. Yeah. Those sharp teeth is what I'm getting here. One more, Spirit, and then we'll call it a day. Oh, it flew out. It flew onto the floor. It's the Ten of Wands. I feel like in flying onto the floor, it's gone. Like you can release a burden. You can release the tension. You can release on any feelings of feeling obligated to other people's desires for what you should do with your energy. This is very powerful. The Ten of Wands is usually carrying obligations that belong to other people. It's back-breaking. It's the end of the cycle. That's also what I'm hearing with the 10. It's readying for a new space, and a feeling of like a total liberation and celebration of the darker energy within. And that's not a bad energy, even if previously you may have thought it was, or other people have vilified your space for and suggested it was. This has been used against you in order to hold that space captive, because the power that you emit in the dragon force, if you like, is something so magnificent that they don't want to let go of it. It's a letdown. It's a letdown. If you've been in a public arena or there's some kind of energy involving a number of people who want you to be combative in a sense that doesn't sit right with you, then I think that because I feel now I can leave the arena. The dragon's where it should be, heading home to Dragonland, and I can leave the arena and leave the crowd disappointed and be like, yeah, sucks for you. That's how I'm feeling. So really hope that resonated in some kind of way, shape or form. And if it did, please God do let me know. Click the like button and drop me a comment. It's great for the algorithm. Thanks very much. Bye. Hello to those of you that chose the feather. And my guide Crow is up in this reading, thus the feather. And he's going to accompany me through this reading. And the fact that he's here, he's very interested in your energy. I mean, I can see his eye like really looking at your energy. It's like spirit is like really focused on you right now. There's a very strong focused energy on you right now is what I'm getting. And I feel like for some of you that's like, ooh. There's this sense of feeling under scrutiny, and I feel that scrutiny is actually really integral to this energy because he's a very scrutinizing energy. Like he can see right through things, and I feel like you have this capability of like full focus, or maybe you do have strong energetic power in your eyes, and you're able to like. Yeah, there's some kind of laser beam energy that you are very capable of, and I think that you'll understand what I mean when I say that. So this is like a prelude to the spirit story, which I'm going to be told. But this bit is called the wardrobe or the cupboard. The cupboard is a better way of putting it. Let's call it the cupboard. You can call it wardrobe if you like. I don't know. Anyway. There is this sensation when I was approaching the energy of this reading of feeling like really overwhelmed, very overwhelmed. And in my mind's eye, I saw this cupboard. And in the cupboard, it's like just rammed with bits and pieces. So there's something about bits and pieces or snippets or details or that is significant in some way to this reading. So maybe pay attention to details or go and scrutinize further, or something like that. Go and investigate or research or whatever, because I feel like you like to do that and you like to drill down, and the details matter to you is the feeling, because there is this sense of like a Six of Swords energy is what I'm getting. This sense of like really capable intellectual approach, or really capable logicking or processes, or and you make this look easy, and to people like me it's really not. So I look at you and I'm like, how did they get so organized like that? It's so hard for me. There's this kind of energy. There's a precision or dexterity potentially to your frequency as well. I don't know. I'm talking a lot about you. I feel like I do have to talk about you. We'll get to the cupboard though. We will. There is, the magician. Spirit is showing me the magician. Wow, you're magicians. Wow. Love a magician. Wow. Okay. So some of you may well be in a public arena. Some of you may well be, I want to say, like professional musicians or performers, or there's this dexterity. There's something maybe that you do with your body. It could be body workers. You could be dancers. There is something very precisional and very deft is the word about your frequency, and this could well be in the mind as well. Some of you may be very technical because of the Six of Swords energy, right? Technical, or scientific, or that there's such innovation around that energy. It's very innovative, a very you have bright ideas is what I'm feeling to say, or sudden insights, or you can see the truth where no one else can, because swords are associated with like authenticity as well. Like, so there's something very unique about your magicianship that makes you like master capable magicians because I feel like you're multi-talented. The magician, they have all the tools, right? Okay, so I'm being told to go back to the cupboard. Okay, so this cupboard is fucking overwhelming. And Crow's like, I'm just about to unbolt it because I can see there's been significant effort in not just keeping it closed, but putting a deadbolt across the door. And Crow is currently pulling back that deadbolt. He was like, the overwhelm you feel is this sense of like, oh my God, if I open up on this space, it's all so overwhelming. I'm gonna drown in it. It's too much. I can't deal. I don't want to look at it. We're looking at it. Crow's like, here I am. I'm gonna look at this. Yeah, he's annoying like that, right? So here we go. It's all spilling out, and there's these bits and pieces and fragments of energy, and they're all over the place, and it's messy. And maybe you don't like that. It's my feeling, or yeah, that it's a little too chaotic because you are such clean thinkers. You're very. You need to know why, and you know how, and you need your equipment set up in a particular order for your alchemy. Do you know what I mean? There's that feeling there. So there is a discomfort about looking in this cupboard. For some of you, this could be like very strongly associated with memories, is what I'm feeling, because there's photographs and things in my mind that are part of the bits and pieces, and I feel like this, it's sad. There's sad energies associated with this. It feels like a really heavy space because it's so densely packed, this energy. But now that it's spilled out, I want you to just take a breath. Let's rummage, okay? Let's rummage. I'm kind of pouring through and I'm getting to the back, and what I can see is the Ace of Cups. I can see a goblet in my mind, or a trophy or something. Whatever your Ace of Cups looks like, Spirit wants you to kind of try and determine your Ace of Cups. What would your Ace of Cups look like? But this energy it's like a treasure. It deserves its own fucking plinth. It deserves a trophy cabinet or some kind of honoring for sure, because this is like pure heart energy. So you've got your heart energy in a cupboard is the sensation that's coming through, and you're the magician. You need all the tools. You've got all the aces as the magician, so you need your Ace of Cups here. So there's something emotional that has been tightly packed away and rendered insignificant, and that's where the sadness is coming from, because I feel like this is a lot to do with other people not recognizing, acknowledging, appreciating your heartfelt energy is what I'm getting with this, because you are specialists. Specialization. Marilyn Monroe. Norma Jean. There was a story that I read about Marilyn where she was going down the street with a friend, and how'd it go? Her friend said that nobody was noticing her, and she was like world famous, and she couldn't understand why nobody recognized her, because she was like, Marilyn Monroe. And she said to Marilyn, how the fuck is nobody recognizing you? What is going on here? Marilyn said, well, I'm Norma Jean today. I'm Norma Jean. And then she said, well, that makes no sense. Her friend was like, this makes no sense. And Marilyn said, well, watch this. And then suddenly everybody in the street started noticing, and they were like, Marilyn Monroe, right? What does that mean? Okay, so Norma Jean is being hidden in the cupboard, basically. There's something about your energy that can cloak itself really well, and there's something about your energy that can like make its presence felt really phenomenally also is here. So there's this duality that I pick up on with you in this reading. Crow's got a coin in his mouth. He's showing me a gold coin. It's very detailed. Meticulousness, peoples. You know, I can feel that frequency from your corner for sure. There is this just fine detailed nature about this. It looks beautiful, this coin. That's giving me the Ace of Coins, right? Which is, you know, new beginnings in the physical, or like a new job, or just something, a new physical endeavor, or something like that is going on with that energy. But he's now like, yeah, he's biting it. He's like, this is real gold is what I'm getting. 24 carat. This is pure. No, it's not even 24 carat. I've been told off now because that it's pure. It's purer than purest gold. Bad. Okay, fine. It's a really important coin. Anyway, he's flicked the coin. He's flicked the coin in the air, and I can see the coin spinning. The coin is spinning. He's kind of getting me to focus in on the movement of the spin. And he's saying from this perspective, it's almost like you can see both sides at the same time, but you can also see neither side at all. So he's calling this the Schrodinger's cat of energies. You may want to go and research that. So the premise of Schrodinger's cat is that there is a cat in a box and you don't know if the cat is dead or if your cat is alive. And while you don't know, those two variables exist together in time and space, in the same space, right? Like, so, and Schrodinger's cat is either dead or alive. And Spirit is showing me like either a gnarled, bad, taxidermied cat. Or in the other box, what I'm seeing literally is like Puss in Boots with a lute. What the fuck? Puss in Boots with a lute. I mean, who wouldn't want to see that? I mean, anyway, the coin is spinning. So there's dead Schrodinger's cat and live Schrodinger's cat like going on at the same time. And he's saying you are in a window of energy where two entirely different variables are possible soon. But you have to call it. That's what he's saying. You've got to call it. Yeah, I've got to, it's like heads or tails, right? I've got to call it. And he's also saying you also have to catch the coin. You have to reach out and catch the coin is the energy that is coming through with that as well. And some of you really don't want to make a choice or make a decision about this. And it's to do with the Ace of Cups that is hidden in the cupboard. The fuck? So yeah, we're starting with Schrodinger's cat. You are so fucking complicated, you lot, and you're so fucking clever. So, as magicians, you need all the tools on your table. And if you don't have them, you don't consider yourself in your masterful magicianship, which Spirit is like, you need to be understanding your energy because there are two very significant variables here. And if you don't understand precisely who you are and where you're at, you are, and from a higher spiritual perspective, you are not necessarily going to recognize that there is a window by which you have to kind of call on the spiritual energy. And also because you need to be able to be ready to catch this like golden boon that is coming at you from the spiritual realms. They're flicking it and you're supposed to be the one and only that catches this energy. It's for you. It's your coin. It's your coin. My guide's like, you're the motherfucking lead singer of the band, is what he's saying. He's like, this is magicianship. It is supposed to be leading, like in its unique nature. Like any master performer, any master magician that you could think of, they have this capability of being completely unique. They are entirely themselves. And that is why they're so captivating. They're so life-changing. The music they create, or the films, or it could be any one of the arts here, anyone, but also the technical breakthroughs, the scientific marvels. Like, these people were the oddballs in a sense. They were proudly different. They owned their complete authenticity, and therefore they were heroes in the spiritual journey. And this is the hero's journey. That's what Spirit is saying up here, because it's talking about your frequency as being able to take cruder energy and refine it. And I'm seeing like golden threads, or like woven. There's this refining process. Gold might be highly significant for some reason in this reading, but there's this refinement where you take really broad, you dip into a really broad energy of like knowledge or information or experience, and then you pull it all into these fine threads, and that becomes creative, and that weaves a whole new level of energy into existence, which makes you master manifestors. You're literally creating the fabric of human reality is the feeling that I'm getting. I mean, you're fucking impressive. You are fucking impressive. And Spirit is like, really, like, you need to know this. You need to know this exactly right now. You need to know how impressive your energy is. Yeah, but be careful. Be careful. Why? Like over meticulousness. Like you can get distracted in the details. You can get so distracted in the details that you forget about the broader picture. And I feel like in some way Spirit is here to show you the broader picture of the nature of this energy. All these snippets, they're supposed to distract you some way. They're supposed to distract you from the heart energy, from I know you 'cause I met you once upon a dream. What? Lana Del Rey's version is what's coming to mind. It's eerie and it's beautiful, and there's this kind of echo of a past idealistic, heartfelt, heart's desire, dream. Dream. There's a really dreamy energy, and that's the water energy, right? You're so soulful is the feeling that's coming through. But you keep it, like, I feel like there's an energy that you keep this very, very private. And that in some way that this chalice has been spoiled, and it's been spoiled by people who have abused the nature of it, is what I'm feeling to say. And I don't like to say this, but I think that abuse may be a factor in the past here for some of you. It has been maligned or misused, or you feel like you've given it to the wrong people, or you've given it, or you've or shared it with the wrong people, or haven't been appreciated. Marilyn Monroe, Norma Jean. But the heart, she never felt recognized in her heart, or she gave her heart to people who couldn't respond in the same way, is the feeling, who just couldn't see her, who couldn't see the whole of her, is the feeling that's coming through. And I'm really sorry about that, because the Spirit wants to also acknowledge that you've been in a hell of a difficult zone, or you've come up from a very difficult space. And now we're going to get on to the story, the Spirit story, because what I'm seeing is a body of water. I'm seeing a lake. You've been at the bottom of this lake, is what Spirit is saying. And in the sensation that comes with that is like pressure. Such intense pressure. And I'm also like wrapped up in like weeds or reedy energy at the bottom of this lake, and I can't get myself out of here. And I can't breathe. I fucking can't breathe. I just can't do this anymore. It's almost like some of you, I feel like, some of you I do feel like nearly died in this experience is what is coming across to me. Not all of you, but yeah, some part of you, the heart of you is what I'm feeling to say. And you kind of gave up. And in the giving up, and now I'm seeing the Hanged Man, like you give up struggling, you give up the struggle, and you acknowledge your space. And the way that Spirit is showing this to me is like the sunlight comes through to the lake, and there's like a shaft of light, and it's coming down, 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 and it's a golden thread. Again with the thread. Weird. And then you've grabbed onto this frequency. You're like, I can't make it anymore. I can't do this anymore. I can't struggle anymore. I can't fight anymore. I just can't bear this anymore. Then you've released on a struggle, and you've kind of let Schrodinger's cat be spinning in the air, right? Life or death, fine, whatever. Then Spirit's come in, and Spirit has offered you like a vision or a dream or a potentiality, is what I'm feeling to say, a potentiality that is entirely different from this difficult space that you've been in. And you've come up and you've swum up through the water, and your natural buoyancy is what has lifted you to the surface. Your energy does not live in this space. It is not native to this energy. Even if this is an energy that maybe you were brought up with, this is not your native habitat on a spiritual realm. And that Spirit's really fucking dead set with that. They're like, no, this is one of ours. It's the feeling that's coming through. You're one of ours. That's what's coming through. Yeah, Crow's got this proprietorial vibe coming off him where he's just like, my tribe is the feeling. So there's strong spiritual support in your camp. There's many, 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 many crows, right? All across the world. You've got a lot more solidarity than I think that you realised when you were in that space. So some of you may be finding like a new community is this sensation of feeling recognised differently within your community or something. Anyway, you've come up to the surface, and you're breaching the surface, and half of you is like a phoenix in my mind. Half of you, from the head to the waist, has like burst into flames. This sensation of like the accomplishment of not only getting out of this dark energy, and we're going to talk a bit more about that because it's real dark. But you've come up to this point where you're like midway through a transition, again with the rebirth and the death energy. The Schrodinger's cat, you're exactly midway through this process. Precisionally is the feeling coming through. Crow's like joshing with you. It's like, this is exactitudinal moment. You are precisely here. Is the sensation that's coming through. He's taking the piss out of you slightly, he is. Because of this attention to detail energy that you have around your space. But he's saying that, like, so from the top chakra, so from, you've lit up some way in your third eye. Maybe you've seen something, maybe you felt something, maybe you understood something differently in your third eye. You've recognized something. It's moved to the throat chakra. And the third eye energy, he's saying, what would the third eye say? The third eye would say, holy shit, is the feeling coming through. That's the feeling. And it might just be, holy shit, I can't believe I'm actually out of that situation. But there's some kind of like, where am I? Where am I? Where am I? throat chakra is activated next, and the throat chakra is like, is this real? That's the feeling. Is this real? Is the feeling coming from the throat chakra. And then it's got to the heart chakra, but you're holding the heart chakra in a cupboard. So now that the water's at the solar plexus, but the heart chakra there's still some blockage. The ascent, the natural progression of your ascent has been slowed or stalled or delayed or something for you to deal with this heart chakra, because you're gonna need it to deal with the feelings that may be around you right now, because it feels really mixed up, muddled up, like my head's spinning, boy, I'm in a daze, feel isolated, I don't want to communicate. Yeah, that's Never Ever by All Saints. Details. So I feel... Okay, I'm going to have to pause. So there's weird interruptions in my energy field where I feel like completely pulled left of center or like distracted. I feel like those other coins, maybe the coins, but those other tools on the magician's table, whether they be the coin energy, the fire energy, the air energy, are set. They're really distracting, and you can hear Merlin like screaming at me in the background that there is some energy here where that is calling for attention. Maybe you're dealing with lots of things, lots of bits and pieces, like the cupboard, like maybe a lot of administration, or there's like planning, or there, and it's being, you know, your material energy, your mind energy, your motivational force, your ability to keep it moving, are all wrapped up elsewhere away from this heart frequency. Spirit says that the point that you're in, like, and I'm being shown the lake, and I'm being shown you coming out the lake, is like, it's showing it to me like the sights in a gun. That the focus on your energy as it stands exactly at this position right now is from him, from Spirit, but it's also from the dark force at the bottom of the lake. And I keep getting distracted because I don't think that dark force wants me to talk about it. What's happening? Caught in the crossfire of heaven and hell. Brandon Flowers, Crossfire. Spirit's like, from a magical or spiritual perspective, you are right in the between, in the middle, caught in the middle, just crying a little. Caught in the middle, Keris Matthews. You're right in the middle of this enormous change to your energy field, because Spirit is reclaiming you. I am the resurrection and I am the life. So much fucking music. That's the Stone Roses, I am the resurrection. Yes, because part Phoenix. But in your mind, fuck, seriously. In your mind, it's got to be perfect. It's got to be worth it. Yes, too many people take second best, but I won't take anything less. That is what Spirit wants you to keep fucking repeating to yourself. Repeat this over, write it on the wall, because there is two forces that have their eye on you, and this dark force energy, it's fucking coming for you, and it doesn't want me to talk about it, so let's talk about it. Ooh. Okay, so what? Oh, yeah, this is kind of entity level shit. I'm not gonna lie. This is a very negative force. I don't want you to panic, but I'm not gonna lie. This is, I want to say it's like Queen of the fucking Sirens, and under the water, as I'm perceiving it, is there's nothing pretty about this energy. I mean, it's got huge black eyes and fucking rockingly sharp teeth. It's piranha style. It's vicious. It just wants to suck you dry. Incubus, succubus energy coming through with that. Whoa. I'm just going to light my Palo Santo momentarily. One moment. It nearly did suck you dry. And while you were down there, there's this sense of your eyes going white, whereby you can't see, or you're blinded, or you're told that this is normal. You've been normalized, or they've tried to normalize you to this space, but you are not native here, is the feeling. So it was inevitable on this journey that you were going to overcome. And you have, and you've hit the surface of this lake, and it's been the sunlight. So whatever your vision was, your moment, whatever your dream or your heart's desire contains, there is growth and freedom and expansion and open vulnerability. Because that little kid, he's always in his birthday suit. It always gives me like nakedness, happily naked, right? And then there's this sensation of golden sunlight coming through with that frequency. So this idea of it could be lovely, and it's got you into or out of this binding, difficult, pressurizing the water pressure of the depths situation, where I'm like, oh, thank God. But the nature of the space that you're in, it means that this force does not want to let the sunlight win here. This force is coming for you. It's coming for the bit that's below the water. It's coming from the sacral chakra and the root chakra. It's going to try and pull on your sense of security, your sense of home, your sense of obligation, your sense of... Now Merlin is rummaging in plastic bags. Distracting energy. It's coming for you with distracting energy, because as I'm cresting into the surface of this water, now what I can see is, I can see the bank. I can see where I need to go. It's peaceful. It's beautiful. It's like sunset is the feeling. I'm going towards the bank. It's sunset. I've got to get towards this space. And then I see another bank, possibly equidistant, and I see, what am I seeing? I'm seeing sirens. I'm seeing 3 sirens. And that's giving me the Coen Brothers movie, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?, where there's 3 sirens that are trying to lure the men into the river. And they're singing a lullaby. They're singing like, go to sleep, don't worry about it, go to sleep. It's okay. You can come over here. It's okay. And you have hesitated, and there's the Hanged Man frequency, the spinning coin. The Spirit has slowed this energy down for you to catch your beat, and for you to be able to identify the nature of this frequency. There could be something to do with stupor, or lulled into something, or eased into something, or talked into something by, we'll take care of the details, don't you worry a thing about it. Or, this is the kind of energy that's coming through with this, because it's a scam, because it's a con, because it's designed to bring your energy low. It's designed to be a false coin. Crow is now showing me the coin again. He's saying, this is the other half of the coin. It's confusing. He's saying this coin is like lead with gold plate. And it's designed to get you right back into the depths with the fucking monster siren from hell. Because these 3 sirens, they look appealing. They're above, they're on the surface. On the surface, it looks really appealing, right? Because while you're distracted by this, while you're considering this, that dark force is coming up from the underneath you. It's like the distraction is so that it can ambush you when you're not looking, grab you by the ankles, by the Achilles heel, and pull you under again. Or it's going to be a hell of a struggle to try and release yourself, because it's fucking determined that the God force, the sun, it can't have you. But you're the hero. You're destined to elevate. If you don't make a similar mistake of pulling your energy back, putting yourself in the cupboard, of not taking out that heartfelt space and fine-tuning it and like buffing it up, because that is your intuition. Water is also the intuitive element, the emotional element, but the intuitive element. And a magician can't be a magician without intuition, because that's the timing, that's the divine timing that the magician is so extraordinarily masterful at. So what now is what Crow is saying. What now? So how I'm seeing this, he's showing me the scene again of like cresting at the top of the lake, and the sun is going down and there's this enormous full moon coming up, which I can see. And he's saying the environment, the spiritual environment has shifted. And this environment is quiet because it's the moon. There's no fanfare, no drama, no conflict, no struggle involved in this space. It's quiet. He's like, don't be lulled into a false sense of security. Lulled with those sirens into a false sense of security. You are still in the middle of the fucking lake. That's what he's saying. You're still in the middle of the lake. The coin is still in the air. This opportunity is not in your hands yet, is what I am feeling to say. And I don't know, with that moon energy, maybe a time frame of a month or something is relevant to this situation. I'm not altogether sure, but there may be something to do with the month cycle involved in that. It's deeply magical is the sensation that's going on here. So the moon is famous for like secrets, and also the moon, if you have to move under the light of the moon, you move steadily, you move carefully, because the shadow elements are much more prevalent, they're much more present. So this is part of the hero's journey where you're stealthing, sneaking through dangerous territory, and it is, as the waters are still waters here. It's like water everywhere, but not a drop to drink. That's from a poem by Coleridge. I think it's the Albatross one, I think. Anyway, you've got to keep moving in this frequency. Keep going. Keep following the golden thread, Theseus. Again, with the like classical fucking references here, but still, you're moving towards this shore. And Spirit has sent a boat. Yes, I can see the boat in the Six of Swords. The boat is here at exactly the right time for you to like speed your ascent, for you to get that sacral chakra and that root chakra out of the water. Yeah, the root chakra is where the succubus incubus energy like latches. It's just, this succubus in my head is so fucking disgusting. Honestly, it really smells bad as well. I mean, I can't even. But the root chakra is about survival. So it's about survival. This is a survival based frequency that Spirit is bringing through here. And it's like, get in the boat and understand that this suggestion or person or situation or something that has been brought to you is heaven sent. It's heaven sent to meet you right where you are. Like Crow is meeting you right where you are right now. In order for you to get into the boat and start very quietly paddling it to the shore. Shush. So if you're a musician or performer and you want to go dark, go dark. If you're a practitioner and you just don't feel to be touching that spiritual energy right now, don't touch it, is what Spirit is saying. Just keep it moving, keep it moving. Keep your mindset very steady here, because I'm seeing the Judgment card reverse. Whatever you do, do not rake over and over past mistakes. Don't beat yourself up. This is not a space for self-persecutionary energy. That's devil energy. This is not a space for you doubting your capabilities either. This is not a space for you telling yourself you're unworthy of a goal or something that you really would like. This is not that energy. That energy will give you the lead coin. That's not what Spirit wants for you here. They're like, we want you to reach out and know that coin is yours. Grab it. Grab the golden opportunity. Grab it. Be like, that is mine and I'm destined for that, and I'm going to keep my eyes on it. And maybe I'm not there yet. Maybe I've got 50% more to go. I don't know. But something tells me that this transit out this lake is going to be so smooth. Like this ambushing energy is just going to miss you, because your intuition has told you to go left a bit and it just tries to attack you from the right. So I feel like, you know, there's something uncanny, again, with the moon energy. There's something uncanny with your ability to slip out the back door here. Slip out the back, Jack. Make a new plan, Stan. Honestly, that's Paul Simon. There's so much music. Our Spirit is showing me a woodcut painting, and it's a very famous painting, a medieval painting, I believe, of the man sticking his head out of the side of the world. It's like the edge of the world or something it's called. I'll try and find a picture of it. Anyway, that's you, that is, but you're halfway out. And what you're seeing is like a whole nother dimensional frequency is starting to come into your field, or you're switched on in the psychic or something. And this frequency is a whole new world. Fucking hell. Aladdin, a whole new world. Right? And the whiteness around the eyes that I was picking up, that's like clearing your vision, is clearing. But this is a kind of, with the moon energy, you have to feel your way forward with this energy. And you definitely have to decide that you are not going to be or fall prey to this devil nature any longer, where you're feeling despondent, or you're not feeling like you are worthy. You are the fucking magician. You are a fucking magician, and you are literally spinning your golden threads into reality. It's just incredible with all these golden threads. I mean, Ariadne, I don't know if that's like relevant here. You feel like you're weaving your own destiny. Yes, you are the magician. You magic it into being. You can make the impossible look easy. And now I'm seeing Prince live at the Webster Hall. And he's playing live, and it's just him and a guitar and the mic, and the masterful nature of like 3 minutes worth of a performance is worth watching. It's just masterful, because of the way he holds the crowd, because of the spontaneous interaction, magician energy, with unbelievable skill set. Could play any motherfucking instrument. But where he really was extraordinary was live. I wasn't really into him, and then I saw him live and was like, what the, wow. But at this exact moment, this is not a time for visibility. This is moon energy. Even though the visible nature of who you are is obvious to other people, or your skill sets are obvious, it draws a lot of resentment. It draws a lot of like desperation to contain you, or desperation to keep you down. So at this moment, because of the space you've been in and because of the vulnerability, this is a time to be like in the reflective mode of things. And Spirit is going to get you to the shore. You're going to get to the shore because you are the hero of this journey. So but you have to know what that trophy is, what that chalice is, what the prize is. You have to decide if you don't know, because Spirit needs you to hold the thread. And the thread is that. So, you know, yeah. Okay. Oh, had I a golden thread. That is the most beautiful song. I'm posting that as the channeled link. That is Eva Cassidy. I feel like it's perfect for the allegory that sums up all of these bits and pieces that have come through. Really fucking hope it resonated. Really hope it resonated. If it did, please let me know. Like, subscribe, do all the things. Love you guys. Bye. Mwah.